Shea, you guys had some opportunities to kind of take control of this one. What did you see as kind of the differences in not being able to kind of get over the hump and wrestle control completely away?
Yeah, they were just the better team tonight from start to finish. And then every time we tried to like cut into it and take control of the game, it felt like they had an answer. And a lot of times it felt like it was like tough shot making. So hats off to them. Yeah, they played better tonight, and they deserve to win again.
Shea, it's pretty well documented how difficult it is both for the teams that try and the teams who've done it, just how difficult it is to repeat. Are there points in these playoffs and especially in this series where you felt that, just how tough it is to repeat?
Yeah, winning an NBA championship is very hard in itself to do it one time. So to do it all over again would just only make it harder. So many things go into it. Sometimes it's like things you can't control. Sometimes it's things you can control. Yeah, it's a hard task to do one time. So to do it twice would only make it even more challenging.
This deal with the Spurs obviously really emerged as a rivalry this year. When you look at that team and the young pieces that they have, what do you see in terms of a potential roadblock for you guys?
Yeah, they're young, they're talented, well coached, play the right way, play together. Seems like they like each other. They have the makeup for sure. You don't beat us without the makeup, and they beat us, so they have the makeup to go get one. And yeah, we just have to take it one day at a time from here on out. Try to get better this summer and be a better team than we were this season and last season. And yeah, try to get back over the hump.
Dan, go ahead.
Shea, from a distance, it's always seemed like you guys have really focused internally when it comes to growth throughout this process. To Tim's point, how much of the reflection this summer will be about getting better than San Antonio specifically?
I don't know. I'm not too sure. I think in the summertime, like you try to get better, and then you use the 82 games to figure out the bar and what needs to be done. Especially in the NBA, so many things happen in the summertime, like trades, free agency, new additions, and like the NBA this year looks completely different than it did the year we won. So like it'd be hard to kind of like pinpoint. You kind of like use the 82 game season to figure out what the standard is and how to go get one. But they'll probably be somewhere in that mix for sure next season as well.
Joe, go ahead.
Shea, given the guys you were missing, it seemed like coming into this game you'd have to have a big night for you guys to have a chance, and you certainly did that. Do you take any solace with just how you played tonight, kind of leaving it all out there in this Game 7?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have a choice. Big game, big moment, win or go home. Just wanted to leave everything out there, whether the shots went in or didn't. I wanted to make sure that I gave it my all, and I was who I was today. Yeah.
We'll go Jenny and then Justin.
Shea, to kind of follow up on that, you're playing without a couple guys that were pretty big contributors for you guys all year. To see the guys you had out there playing like they were, competing like they were, I know you guys have talked repeatedly about the competitive nature of this bunch, but what was that like to just see that happening in real time tonight?
Yeah, I'm so impressed by this group. Yeah, like, not to make any excuses, but like they're a really good team over there. And losing AJ and Dub the way we did in the midst of a series, you would think like it would be a lot harder for us. But those guys like never got discouraged. They played their butts off, and the reason why we got to this point in the series is because of them. The supporting cast was amazing this series. Hats off to them. They were big time. I wish I was a little bit more myself throughout the series to give them more of a boost, more of a chance. But yeah, I'm nothing but proud of my guys.
Even as the final seconds were coming off the clock, there weren't any fans leaving, and they were chanting OKC for you guys. Just, you talk all the time about the support that you guys get from the fan base. What did that mean to you, that moment?
Yeah, it's amazing to know that no matter what, they have our backs. I've said it multiple times, Oklahoma really feels like home for me and my family. And there's no place in the country we'd rather be and live and raise a child and build your family and things like that. So the community is amazing. We'll need them again next year and the year after that. But yeah, thank you to them for who they were all season, all year.
Michael.
You haven't been a group who's made a lot of excuses. You touched on AJ and Dub. But how do you sort of contextualize what you guys need to get better in a series against a team like this when those guys are in and out like this?
Yeah, I still think we could have got it done. I still think we had enough to get it done. So we won two and a half games without them. So yeah, we just didn't get to it in the biggest game of the series. But yeah, I guess it'll take a little bit, but go back and watch the games we had success. Why did we have success? And try to duplicate those things next season.
Go ahead, Joe.
Shay, you mentioned, when you were crediting the kind of the role players on the bench in this series, you mentioned not always feeling like yourself. Did you, just to follow up on my first question, did you feel like yourself tonight out there?
I was a little bit closer to it, yeah, for sure.
We'll go Barry and then Tim, and then we're wrapping.
Yeah, when we ask you about, summertime and focusing on the Spurs and that kind of thing, how much of that is just Wembanyama, and he's such a unique player? You feel like you learn stuff in the season, in the series? I mean, he looks insurmountable sometimes, but, is it a case of you can learn how to play against this guy?
Yeah, I think it's them as a group in total. Like, they're a really good group. They play a really good brand of basketball. Obviously, he's the head of that snake, and he's a little bit different out there than everybody else in the league. But yeah, it's more than just one guy out there. They're a really good basketball team.
Go ahead, Tim. Last question.
Shay, this is a summer, obviously, where there's going to be some, business decisions with the roster made, specifically, Hart and Lou, their team options or whatever might end up happening there. How much input might you give to management and ownership, and what might that input be?
I will give zero input. I will let Sam Presti, the greatest GM ever, do his job.
Shay.